falling short in the biggest moment of Mavs history over the last decade plus. Now, what you'll see here is Kyrie Irving congratulating the Celtics on winning before the game was over. Remember, Kyrie Irving spent 2+ years in Boston, and it did not end well. Bring us on, Cameron. I'm tired of this.
That was 2 minutes left.
I got an issue with Kai. As somebody who grew up in Dallas, as somebody who's a Mavs fan, as somebody who's at the NBA Finals in 2006 when we played the Heat, and the NBA Finals in 2011 when we finally beat the Heat, I obviously was overly invested in the performance of the Dallas Mavericks, and Kyrie Irving chose the wrong time to try to find himself. See, I didn't like this Kyrie Irving that has appeared to try to find some new level of enlightenment. Play basketball, Kai. This kumbaya Kai is not getting it done for me. Because Kyrie Irving is all of a sudden showing up to games with basketballs. You ain't done that before. Kyrie Irving, all of a sudden, you got your kids at the pre-walks and the post-games. Well, where are the buckets, Kai? You averaged 14 points in the Garden, Kai. You shot 34% from the field in the Garden, Kai. You are the only Dallas Maverick that has won a championship. Yet in the championship moments, you coward, Kai. Where the real Kyrie? I don't need kumbaya Kyrie. I don't need Kyrie that's going to get to Twitter or X after the game 20 minutes later and say this mission is bigger than us. No, it's not. The only mission is to win a championship, Kai. That was Luka's mission. That was PJ's mission. That was Kid's mission. I don't know what mission you're tweeting about. This is not the time to be talking about the afterlife. This is not the time to be talking about eternity. This is not the time to be talking about missions that are so grandiose that we cannot grasp them, that they are without the fingertips of our reach. Kai, hoop! Hoop! And he wasn't hooping. You dapping up the opponent for beating you when you allowed them to beat you. You scored 12, you scored 16, you scored 15 in their crib. They used to be your crib. That's supposed to be a condo. You're supposed to rent out the Garden when you go there and then go back to your pad in Dallas, Kai. So I don't know, Shady, what Kai that was. But I don't like kumbaya Kai. I don't like that Kai.
Yeah, that was pretty good, man.
I'm frustrated, man. Frustrated.
Was it more of the Kai or just the Mavericks fan you are, the Dallas fan?
It's probably the Dallas.
Okay, all right.
He just set those moccasin boots on fire, the shoes on fire right there.
Yeah, that was tough, man. Like, feathers down for that one. You know what? But I am surprised with Kyrie Irving, though, right? And I was just doing my homework about, so when he left Boston, did he ever go out there and give them work in Boston?
No.
No. So I was wondering, maybe it's tough for him to play there, right? I don't know if it's the fans, wherever it may be, but he hasn't looked the same when he playing against Boston, right? I watched when he, last series, right? He played well, right? Maybe a game or two then, but overall he played well. This is playoffs, he played well. The reason why the match was so good, obviously a lot of Luka, but a lot of Kyrie Irving too. And them together was the mismatch for a lot of different teams. Yo, you go, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to you. That's what they were doing. And then when we get to the Boston series, I didn't see it at all. I didn't see the lack of, or the urgency of getting buckets. We needed points. That's what Kyrie Irving does. And then you're the only player on that team that been to the finals that can really talk about it, right? Being in the atmosphere, how hostile it may be, or et cetera. So I'm just more disappointed in Kyrie Irving because I'm used to seeing Kyrie getting crazy busy, and we didn't see that, right? There's times where, you know, shooting the ball, he didn't look comfortable, he didn't look confident. I didn't see no confident Kyrie Irving like I'm used to seeing. I haven't seen Kyrie Irving get plucked so much in a series, in a game against Boston. I haven't seen Kyrie Irving get his shot blocked so much like he did against Boston. So I don't know what it was against the Celtics. I want to say it had something to do with just being there, right? Not being comfortable there, but it's just hard to see because I've never seen Kyrie look like that, right? So frustrated. So I don't know, man. They got to get that together, though, because they will probably see them boys again.
What hurts me, James, Slick, and I'll be more calm with this one, is...
Take that breath.
Free yourself.
Let's go free yourself, bro. Free yourself.
What hurts me is Kai was acting like he's won one before, and he has. The problem is his teammates haven't. Kyrie had the urgency of a player who's good. He had the urgency of a player who's already been there, done that. He didn't have the urgency of a player that's hungry. Like, Kai, you couldn't afford to have 12 points, 16 points, and 15 points. You can't afford to be so unbothered that you can tweet 20 minutes after. Y'all are 3 for 3 on Super Bowls here, if I'm not mistaken. Shady went 2 for 2, James went 1 for 1. So y'all don't know how it was to lose. No. I lost the national championship game, 13-0 at Texas, went to the national championship 20 minutes down the road, played at the Rose Bowl against Alabama. As soon as we lost, I ain't taking to Twitter. I did not have the emotional capacity to start typing messages about, hey, this is bigger than us. Stay together. You know, love is love. I'm hurt, dog.
Yeah.
What did Reed say?
I'm hurt, dog.
I'm hurt, dog.
That's him okay.
So I was so frustrated because Kai was acting like he's good, because he is good.
Yeah.
He already won one, but Slick, everybody else, I'm hurt.
But you need to give, but real quick before Slick goes, this is what I don't like. Kyrie has a lot of that, right. We're going to check him because he was wrong, but we need to get on Luka too.
Yeah.
Luka is the worst all-star I've ever seen in my life. He can score the ball, he can pass the ball, he can rebound, all that. He has no effort on defense. He don't want to play defense. He don't hustle for no loose balls. He don't hustle for no loose rebounds. I watched Drew Holiday about 3 to 4 times get extra rebounds when he's guarding. I'm like, yo, he don't try. Yo, I watched Luka because like Kyrie deserves it, but we don't give Luka no blame for nothing.
Luka gets a lot of this,
I watched Luka. I guess, I don't know if he got injured or what, or fouled. He's laying on the ground.
Yeah.
The ball's going this way. He's still there. They scored it, and now he's still just getting up. Anybody else you watch, when they get on the ground, they get their butts up and get on defense. He has no type of urgency of playing solid basketball. And I will not let my son, right, that wants to be a basketball player, I mean, he wants to, but I will not let him watch his tape. Because I don't want you to learn from a superstar like that. No hustle, no attitude, no care.
Nothing.
Are you crazy? So, yes, Kyrie Irving deserves all that blame, and so does Luka. Go ahead, Slick.
Coming into this game,
Or James.
we said, which duo do we want? And
We all said it.
And it was unanimous. Because we just came off of conversations with, is this the greatest scoring duo that we've ever seen? Like, we've had those conversations. Kyrie Irving was pressing. That's me watching the game. That's what it was. This wasn't the Kyrie Irving that we've seen when the Dallas Mavericks, after the trade deadline, started rolling. This wasn't the Kyrie Irving that we've seen. This wasn't the Kyrie Irving that we've seen all the way up to the final series. And what I mean by that is Kyrie Irving was making all the right plays. Whether he was getting to the bucket, passing the rock, whether he was getting to the bucket, finishing, doing what he's doing, he was making all the right plays. Kyrie Irving, when he went to the Garden, was pressing, taking unnecessary shots. I mean, obviously, we know he got all this around the bucket, left hand, right hand, all that. But for me, he was pressing, taking unnecessary shots. But for you to be one of the best scorers of all time, the history of the game, right? That's Kyrie Irving. To not deliver, to have 15 points, 12 points, 6, like, that's terrible. And you were supposed to be the Robin to Luka. So for me, he did not show up, and he deserves a lot of that credit. But Luka deserves more.
Yes, he do.
There were 2 things that happened here. Number one, the inflation of Kyrie and Luka, and I think we were all guilty of it, through the first 3 series that they went through, particularly against Minnesota, the #1 defense, and how they looked. And we didn't take into consideration the matchups which were conducive to